Hello, my name is Sarah Gakinya, and I'm from a ministry called Sarah's House Kenya, right here in Thika, Kenya. And it's a ministry that empowers needy women and children in the community by giving education to the children and giving spiritual nourishment to the women, and also meeting various needs such as food and clothing as the Lord provides. I'm also a gospel musician. You can check out my music on YouTube, Sarah Gakinya, YouTube. Check me out right there, and I'm sure you're going to be blessed by the music. Today, I just want to talk about talent and gifts. The Bible says that a man's gift will make room for him and bring him before great men. I'm sure you possibly have a gift, or you possibly know somebody who has a gift, and if they're using it, if it's taking them places, or whatever that is happening, a gift can bring you before kings and queens. A gift can take you places. It can be a gift in the marketplace. It can be a gift, your talent, your God-given talent. It can be your calling, your vocation. Whatever it is that God has planted into your life should thrive. But there are some serious setbacks that can bar you from entering the palace. All right, that we need to deal with. We need to deal with these things that could possibly be a setback. You may have a gift but lack integrity. You cannot be trusted. You may have a gift but lack character. Your behavior is questionable. You may have a gift but you're not eloquent. You don't know how to speak properly. You lack the language. You lack the skill to speak in the palace. Maybe you may have a gift but you lack content. You have a skill, a very good skill. Possibly you can sing very well or you can speak very well, but you lack content. You lack the message. And maybe the other thing is a lack of style or lack of class. Maybe you don't know how to dress very well. You don't know how to put yourself together. That is a setback. That is something that can bring you down. Also, a lack of preparedness, looking as if or seeming as if you do not have the knowledge, but you have the ability. You have an ability, but you don't have the knowledge on how to go about it. Or in other words, we can say that you need to get educated. You need to go to school, get a degree, get your master's. Input, put something in so that you can have an output, all right? And also there's an issue of a lack of self-control that can bring you down in a hurry. Maybe you're greedy, maybe you talk carelessly, and these are some of the things that can really cut you short in your journey to prosperity, or rather, as the Bible says, in your journey in the presence of kings and queens. Yes, you can get in the palace, but to stay there requires integrity and character. The Bible says in Proverbs 23 verse 2 that when you sit with a ruler, consider carefully what is said before you. You see, the story of Daniel in the Bible. Daniel was a man that was he was a guy that came into Babylon together with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And what happened is that he was given a great position in the government of the time, and the king ordered that he be given wine and all the delicacies of the king, good food. But he said, you know what, I'm not going to accept the delicacies of the king because I would not want to defile myself. You see, refrain from much talk. If you're in the presence of the king, you should refrain from much talk. Refrain from loose talk. When you see yourself getting into the verge of your breakthrough, getting into the verge of making it, you need to refrain from your appetite. The Bible says in verse 2 that you should put a knife to your throat if you are a man of appetite. When you're in the presence of kings and queens, eat less. Eat less. Try to eat less. Try to control yourself. Do not use too much of the freedom that they give you, because it will bring you down. What you do so much of will bring you down. Be on the guard. Restrain yourself. Restrain yourself in whatever you do. Deny yourself that you know will lead to what is harmful. Maybe they are serving wine in the palace. You've made it and you're in parliament. You're with the president. Don't drink that wine like there is no tomorrow. Refrain yourself, because it will harm you. It will go to harm your presence in that place. When you get into the palace, when you're with kings and queens, you don't just want to be a visitor, a one-time visitor in the palace. You want to be a resident, okay? You want to be a resident in the palace. So when you lack those things, you know, you need to watch out for those. You need to watch out for that, because you need to be in the palace. The Bible says in the Proverbs 18:16 that it is your gift that will bring you before great men. I want us to look at Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These are the young men together with Daniel. When they were brought before the king, their names were changed. Daniel's name was changed to Belteshazzar, and Shadrach's name was Hananiah, and he was given the name Shadrach. The other guy was Mishael. His name was changed to Meshach. The other guy was Azariah, and he was changed into Abednego. I want you to note that this man did something that the Bible says in 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15. Be diligent to prove yourself approved before God, and a worker who does not need to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word, rightly working well with integrity, with character, with precision in wherever God puts you. Okay, go to school, sharpen your gift, sharpen your talent. Go and learn about your gift, your talent, or your calling, whatever it is that you're called to be. Learn the act, be the part. You have to learn to be it. Don't just say that I'm good at it. I'm just good at it. I was given by God. Yes, God gave it to you, but you have to show yourself approved. You have to show yourself approved. You have to show the knowledge and the ability, sharpen your ability, because God says your gift will bring you before great men and women. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego took the time to go and get learned. They were handsome young men. They were gifted with all wisdom and with all knowledge and quick understanding. But you know what? They needed to be educated by the Babylonians in order to continue in leadership. Remember, they were foreigners. They were foreigners, but they took authority. They took leadership. They took leadership of the government because they educated themselves. They empowered themselves. Empower yourself today so that you can be able to be in the king's palace. Dress well. Dress well. Dress like you're in the king's palace. Dress like you're in the king's palace. Be eloquent. Carry yourself with integrity and be diligent in whatever you do, so that you fit in the palace. Sharpen yourself, package yourself just as God would like you to be. All right? Your gift will bring you before great men. God bless you.